and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Stafford. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver that time to want to get in there and bring him down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. Taken in at the 22. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Escaping the pressure right. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now Allen off the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder? Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing again is Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Let's go, come on. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen on the move to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Allen. Steps under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. To the air, Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's going to make our score 15-3. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Stafford. His throw incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 69 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just...
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the two-point try will be unsuccessful.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This time they stay on the ground, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Pass caught. It's been Skoranek. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. On 4th down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to... Oh, it's Allen. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 29 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Here's Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll run here with Akers. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go right back to Singletary. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Allen. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. On first down, Stafford here.
They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.